Imagine your bank balance keeps climbing and your days still feel flat because money alone doesn't build the person who earns it. Today we're talking about the highest return you can get, investing in yourself not as a cliche but as a practical system you can run every day and as a mindset that pays you for the rest of your life. Let's start beyond money and talk about what true wealth looks like. Traditional investments can buy time, security, and options, but they don't guarantee fulfillment and they don't automatically upgrade your skills or your confidence. When you invest in yourself, you stop asking, "What can the market give me?" and you start asking, "Who can I become that the market consistently rewards?" That shift leads to a life that keeps expanding because you keep growing, and that is the ultimate return. Compounding doesn't only apply to money because skills, knowledge, and well-being also compound. And when they do, every new effort gets easier and more valuable. Give a language 15 minutes a day, and the first month feels awkward. But 6 months in, you can read menus and message clients, and 2 years in, you can negotiate, which expands your relationships and your income. Learn basic coding and you automate a boring task. Then you build a small tool, and soon you are the person who quietly solves impossible problems on a Tuesday afternoon, which earns you credibility and better opportunities. Work on public speaking, and the first talk is shaky, but by the fifth one, people ask for your slides, and by the 10th, someone offers a role or a contract because you can explain what others can't. Small daily deposits become a snowball, and the earlier you start, the bigger it gets. And if you did not start early, you can still start now because compounding works whenever you begin. So let's build a personal portfolio that actually fits into your life. Start with education and continuous learning and keep it targeted. You don't need debt, you need focus. Choose one field for depth, like data, sales, design, or cloud, and one field for breadth, like writing, psychology, or statistics. Depth gets you paid, and breadth keeps you adaptable. Use a simple loop, learn something, apply it to a real task, then teach it to someone else, even if that's a short internal write-up, because teaching locks in the skill. Next, invest in your physical and mental health because your body is the engine that drives your output. Prioritize sleep and aim for regular exercise even if it's short, and eat mostly real food, and stay hydrated. For your mind, build a quick mindfulness practice, even 5 minutes a day, and journal once a week to review what worked and what didn't. If therapy is accessible, treat it like a performance tool rather than a last resort. Health investments don't just add years, they upgrade the quality of the hours you already have. Then invest in relationships and your network, because skills open doors and people keep them open. Be reliable, be useful, and be curious about other people's goals. Once a week, check in with one person you respect, share a resource, say thank you, and ask how you can help. Over time, that turns into social capital that creates opportunities faster than you could create alone. And the strongest connections grow from generosity, not from transactions. Now let's deal with the real hurdles, because everyone says they are busy and most people don't have a system. You don't need 6 hours a day, you need structure. Use micro habits so you can start anywhere. 2 pages of reading, 1 paragraph of writing, 1 set of push-ups. Momentum first and intensity later. Time block your learning by giving your future self a calendar invite with a specific task, like Wednesday 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Finish Module 2 and protect it like an important meeting, because it is. Shape your environment so the right action is the easy action. Put your book on the pillow so you read before sleep, lay out your gym clothes the night before, and pin your course tab so it opens with your browser. Let's address the classic excuses. No time usually means time is leaking, so audit 1 week and you will probably find 1 to 2 hours in scrolling and unfocused multitasking. Trade a fraction of that for skill building. And use a 25-minute focus timer with a 5-minute break and repeat twice. That's a powerful hour. Too expensive is often a sequencing problem. Start with libraries, open courses, and community content, then upgrade to paid resources when a skill shows a real payoff, like time saved or revenue earned. Think like an investor. Start small, measure the return, and scale what works. Not sure where to start is where you combine pain with curiosity. Look for a bottleneck that slows you down at work and learn the one skill that removes it, and pick one topic that keeps pulling your attention and go 1 layer deeper for 4 weeks, then reassess. Consistency beats intensity because the brain loves closure. So track your streak and celebrate tiny wins and keep going. If you can't do an hour, do 10 minutes, and if you miss a day, don't miss two. Here's a simple 90-day framework you can adopt today. Pick one keystone skill and write a clear, testable outcome. For example, build and deploy a simple web app, or hold a 5-minute conversation in Spanish, or deliver a confident 3-minute talk. Create a weekly plan with 2 learning sessions, 1 application session, and 1 short reflection session where you write down what worked and what didn't, because reflection speeds up learning. Pair that with 1 health habit and 1 relationship habit. Health could be 3 workouts or a 10-minute walk after meals, and relationships could be 1 genuine check-in per week. At the end of 90 days, review your return. What did you create? What became easier? And what opportunity appeared that did not exist before? Double down on what worked, cut what didn't, and repeat. So let's recap and talk about your future amplified. Money compounds, and so do skills, health, and relationships. And when you invest in yourself, you raise your earning ceiling, you reduce your downside, and you increase your satisfaction because you become the kind of person who can navigate uncertainty and execute when it counts. The case is simple. The ultimate ROI is a better you. Here is your call to action. Choose 1 keystone skill for the next 90 days. Schedule your first 30-minute block this week. Pick 1 health habit and 1 relationship habit to support it. Track your actions and celebrate small wins, because small wins keep you moving and compounding will take care of the rest. This is personal finance for you, and if you invest in the only asset you will hold for life, yourself, you will like the returns. Let's begin today.